Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Y'all can hear me now? Y'all can hear me now? I bet. So yeah, I'm working on putting my patenting on my anytime I start my videos now. I'm gonna have mine professionally done. I guess there's some type of trick to this that I gotta learn that I don't got it down pack yet. Cause everything with this computer stuff is you gotta take some from here, put it over there, and then you gotta go back and forth and stuff like that. It takes a little bit of time, so you gotta learn those things before you're able to freak it like everybody else does who's been doing this for a while. But salute everybody in the chat. J Moneybags, Abdul Shakur, G Mac, Loyalties Everything. Rack 152, salute. 5 stars in the building. Benny Blanco, salute. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What I wanted to do today, but I don't know how to freak this audio stuff here, so it's a little bit of a hassle. I'm sure it has something to do with my mic and the computer audio, and I gotta figure that one out. I'll figure that one at another time. But I was looking at footage of the Attica riot today, the one in 1971 or 1970 or whatever, and I was looking at what those people were saying when the news reporters and Brat, what's up, Pallado 978, salute, DJ Shook Bryant, salute, Lucifer Brim, salute, Henry 4625. And I was looking at it and I was bugging out for a minute. because they're saying the same thing that that's how I grew up. When I grew up, I grew up in those eras. You know what I'm saying? So um well, after that, of course, after that, because I'm not that old, but you know what I'm saying? I grew up after the riot, but still, it's like in that era, you didn't have too much of that separatism. It goes like in a loop like that. And I was looking at what the white people were saying, the black people were saying, and the Spanish people were saying, and yo, that it was deep, bro. Oh yeah, I was seeing that earlier, man. I don't know what to say about that, man. That was crazy. Um, salute to the brother Pop Smoke, man. Rest in peace. Um, and then I was looking at the what you call it. I was looking at another page that was up. I was looking at Let's Talk About It. And he got an interesting joint going on over there too. So there's a lot of things. It's a lot of traffic today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take my little half hour. I'm gonna ask the question. You and KK settles your issue. Oh, now me and KK, me and KK ain't have no issue. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Yeah, me and KK ain't have no issue. Um, sometimes, brothers, man, they just so. One thing I like to explain about this internet thing is that when it comes to this internet thing and all the potential and possibilities, since the potential and possibilities are so big, you're always looking for the next scheme. Salute Shattered, salute Top Shots, 856 Shakur. Salute Smack Your Face. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of times certain things that see me, I try to keep myself so far away from that I shouldn't be even thought of in that realm. But what happens is sometimes what I see is that you'll have these trolls, and what the trolls do, they go in everybody's chat. And one day they'll go and throw gas over here or go throw gas over there. Sometimes you get information, the information is correct. Sometimes you get information and information is not correct. It's just crazy. Which is why I try to stay away from the shenanigans, should I say, because at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my money that way. That's not what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? So today is a day where people just expose themselves, man, and they make themselves look crazy. No, so I was talking crazy about Pistol Pete, saying Pete did his own man's dirty and sent them on a crash test dummy mission. While Fez was on them, Pete sent them on a hit. No Fez was watching them. Well, that's kind of odd because I'll tell you one thing: when the Feds got you, they got you and anybody else. They ain't playing them games. Another thing is, I'm not gonna talk about that brother. I'm just gonna say that he's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not how it goes. That's not how it went. But even though that's a closed case or whatever, whatnot, I'm not going to divulge any information on that. You know what I mean? Because I don't get involved in that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good money. I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? I would just say that I don't have that type of channel. Um, and like I said, I saw the other thing earlier before, man. I tried to holler at Son, and Son was out of it, so I left that alone. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, men gotta be men, and we all held accountable for our actions. You know what I'm saying? I learned that the hard way. I ate a dude food or 2 or 3 foods, and they got me going to court facing charges and all that. It's a different era. We gotta do different things. You know what I'm saying? Kobe King's $150. Salute. Luke Kane Smoke. I feel you, homie. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you. Okay, KO. Got you. Abdul Shakur, salute at Corey King. Salute at OG. Yeah, no doubt. I salute. I give all the homies salute. CK, Killer Kev, Shockwell. Those are all my homies right there. I love them. You know what I'm saying? But some people just do things, and we gotta be men at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is this, and this is everything that I've said since I came on this podcast thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna keep it 100, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't want to say as much as I want to, and sometimes I say whatever I want to say. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I'm being disparative, should I say? It just means sometimes you get up, you say, "Yo, I want bacon and eggs." Sometimes you say, "Yo, I want breakfast. I want something to eat." You know what I'm saying? That's what you say sometimes. It doesn't mean you change your story. It just means that sometimes you're gonna get up and you're gonna be like, "Yo, I want bacon, egg, sausage, whatever, bang, bang, bang." But then gonna be another morning, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna say, "I just want something to eat." You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know what I mean? But I was listening to what those people were saying. You know what I'm saying? They had police hostage and all that. And while they was making negotiations with Oswald, who was I think he was the commissioner at that time. Um, you know, they had so many people there of all ethnicities that, was basically talking good about the other and not their own. It's crazy. You had the white boy there look like Larry Bird. Salute to him if he's still alive. But yo, Son was breaking it down. I'm looking at Son like, whoa, all right, look at that. White boy was breaking it down. And then when the African American brother came on, then he was breaking it down for them. And then the Latino, when he came on, yo, y'all gotta see it. What's the name of that joint? Cause when they sent it to me, I was bugging. I'm like, yo, why they sent me this? Because I read so much things on Attica, but then I never see no video footage of it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're locked up, you don't get to see those things. So now I actually got to see the video footage of it. So it comes to a whole different perspective. When I was watching it, I was like, yo, this is deep. But you know what? I'm thinking about how about the stuff that they're taking back because they don't have so many people with that type of mentality anymore because the rules done changed. You see what I'm saying? The rules done changed so much because they got watered down with so many people being on their own time. Back then, everything's like, yo, what's up, brother? Everything's brother. And we incorporated that with my nigga, my nigga, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But then it went to he a op. Boom. Once it started getting to he a op and this, that, and the third, now it changed the whole perspective of the brotherly love. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't have brotherly love when you're looking at another person as an op. Oh, good looking, Luke King Smoke. Yeah, that's true, Abdul Shakur. That's a fact. Punch that like button with a liver shot. Let him know you putting it down on his knees. Felicia Cortez. Salute Felicia Cortez. Cortez, excuse me. Yeah, so I was looking at that, and then I remember reading the book on Nat Turner. Y'all know who Nat Turner was? Because remember, we all still in Black History Month, if I'm correct. So do y'all know who Nat Turner was? I mean, they made a movie I saw the movie the other day. The movie was kind of bugged out. Mike L said Nat Turner was a rebel. Now I read his book. Now, when you look him up, this is what they got him under. When you look him up, like remember, I read books on him, so I know all about him. But this is what now, if I'm a person that didn't read books, this is what I'm gonna read when I Google his name. It says Nat Turner was an enslaved African American preacher who led a 4-day rebellion of both enslaved and free black people in Southampton County, Virginia, beginning August 21st, 1831. The rebellion caused the death of approximately 60 white men, women, and children. He died by hanging. Now you see here is interesting, right? Because look at what they say. Check this out, y'all. It says Nat Turner, born October 2nd, 1800, Southampton County, Virginia, United States, died November 11th, 1831, Jerusalem, Virginia. Black American slave who led the only effective, sustained slave rebellion in U.S. history, spreading terror throughout the white South. His actions set off a new wave of oppression legislation prohibiting the education, movement, and assembly of slaves and stiffened pro-slavery anti-abolitionists. Convictions that persisted in that region until American Civil War. Now, so look, check this one out here. It goes right here. On the night of August 21st, together with 7 fellow slaves in whom he had put his trust, he launched a campaign of total annihilation, murdering Travis and his family in their sleep, and then setting forth on a bloody march toward Jerusalem. In 2 days and nights, about 60 white people were ruthlessly slain, doomed from the start. Turner's insurrection was handicapped by lack of discipline among his followers and by the fact that only 75 blacks rallied to his cause. Armed resistance from the local whites and the arrival of the state militia, a total force of 3,000 men, provided the final crushing blow. Only a few miles from the county seat, the insurgents were dispersed and either killed or captured, and many innocent slaves were massacred in the hysteria that followed. Turner eluded his pursuers for 6 weeks, but was finally captured, tried, and hanged. Nat Turner's rebellion put an end to the slavery myths, were either contented in their lot to serve, to mount an armed revolt. Now, I'm seeing what it says here, but let me tell you what I read in another book. When Nat Turner had gathered the slaves, they did go in the slave masters' quarters, and they did kill them while they were sleeping. Yeah, Pink Sugar, salute Pink Sugar. That is a fact, because that's what it did say. You know what I'm saying? It did say that it was a fiction. But the crazy part about it was, as I'm reading the book, they're not just killing the slave masters, but they're going in there and they're taking the cider. They taking the cider, and when it was taking the cider, they was drinking the cider, and they started celebrating. And instead of crossing the bridge to town to get to the store, get to the store where the guns were at, they were so drunk that most of them fell behind, and the little bit that went, because they tried to give them some time to recuperate, it was already too late. They couldn't get across the bridge. Now, like Pink Sugar said, it could be a fictional like Cole. Cole was the black cowboy. That all those books are fiction. But according to history, they say that Nat Turner is not fiction. They say that it's true. Because I looked on all the history of the historian part. They say that for many years in black churches throughout the country, the name Jerusalem referred not only to the Bible, but also covertly to the place where the rebel slave had met his death. So they basically saying that Jerusalem was the place where they killed the first rebel African. There was a Discovery Channel documentary on this, and it's all facts. I know Papa saw money. Listen. If you look at the synopsis of it, they had a goal, but they lost their way. According to that story, they lost their way because when they started drinking the cider out of those people they were killing houses, that's when they started to lose focus. Now, you see, I always say, follow one cause until successful. Now, I'm not saying nothing about no revolts or none of that other stuff. No. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say. Oh, CEO J, yeah, send him my love, bro. Tell him to hit me, you heard? Yeah, but so now again, he's in the history books, but Pink Sugar did point out something that was true because I remember when I read the book, it did say fiction. Matter of fact, I could look it up again right now because that's one thing about computers nowadays. You can do so much with them. So ah, so yeah, yo, Pink Sugar. So what you say talking about is called the Confessions of Nat Turner. So this article is about the 1967 novel by William Styron for the 1831 Confessions of Nat Turner, published by his lawyer Thomas R. Gray. It won a 1967 Pulitzer Prize winning novel. Oh, it was a novel. They were published by a lawyer. So they saying the lawyer is the one that published the book. You know what I'm saying? His name is Thomas Ruffin Gray in 1831. But the author is William Styron. Publication date was 1967. Yeah, so basically he wrote the story, yeah. So what I look at more is not just what he said in that book, but I've read many other books. And one thing that I saw that was kind of apparent that it's like it's still one of the downfalls we have today was the thing with the moonshine, with the cider, the cider. The thing with the cider was crazy because now I'm looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's how they get us, man. They get us with these things that alters our minds, which is crazy about because when you think about it, they make such a big thing of fuss about the liquor during the Prohibition era, and look. Oh, okay, so now check it. All right, salute Pink Sugar. So now what I see here is called Nat Turner's story was changed and historic sites removed. What are they hiding? See, if I was able to do it, I would put it on the screen. But you see what I'm saying? The lawyer was probably a white guy, and I ain't believing shit from the white supremacist politicians and they fake news propaganda. They feed us daily on the fake news. That's a fact. And that's April D. Salute, April D. Salute. And that's why they titled the book as fiction. Now, there's another book y'all got to read that's just as good, though. And that's called Coal. Coal. I'm gonna tell you who wrote that one. Jason Grant. Y'all gotta read that book, Cold. That's what it looks like. Cold. I mean, for all of y'all that's doing y'all reading during this month, and y'all really want to get in tune with a lot of black novelists, you know what I'm saying? One would be to read about Nat Turner. I would still read it because it still has certain dialects from back then. Although we know that if it's written by another person of the opposing sector, you know how it's gonna get remixed. So you could take what you can out of there, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. But this book here is another book y'all should read. It's called Coal. Coal. Yeah, Coal. That's a fact. And it's written by Jason Grant. Coal was like he was the black version of that the cowboy, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how you see back in the days, you used to see all them cowboy movies where Cole was the first black cowboy. And in that book, you know, he put that work in. That's one of them books that I recommend people read because it's one of them books that's actually got a lot of action in it. Cole was bad. He was like a Billy the Kid or Jesse James, you know what I'm saying? The black version. And he was a little bit more ruthless too. Plus, he was nice with the axe because he grew up with Indians, and he was nice with the guns. You know what I'm saying? Because he actually had a white dude that helped him. Y'all gotta read that book. You know what I'm saying? That's a good book to read. It's called Coal, Coal, by I think it's Jason Grant. By Jason Grant. Now, if you notice, a lot of these books came out in a certain era. Because there was a certain era that really went hard about this type of topic in politics. And that was between the 60s and 70s. You know, between the 60s and 70s is when you saw a lot of rebelliousness, even in people's songs and in music, in sports. You know what I mean? And you got that memorable moment in the Olympics when they put up their fists. Y'all remember who did that? Yeah, I see that. That's a fact. Kobe King's Buck 50. Yeah, Cole by Jason Grant, Felicia Cortez. Yeah, Nat Turner. He was a preacher first. That's a fact. I believe in that, Corey King's Buck 50. That's funny that you say that. But yeah, I would read that book right there. That book, you know, because one thing I take about that era between the 60s, yeah, between the 60s and 70s, within that era, the people were voicing themselves more than now. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The biggest potential that I saw of how we underestimate the power of the people would be during when everybody was marching about the stop and frisk. You know, everybody was out there. There was a lot of people out there. I remember a lot of people were out there. You know what I'm saying? And That was deep. And then when I was locked up in MCC, they call Armstrong Salute. You know, when I was in MCC and I'm MDC, excuse me, and I saw all that going on outside when we didn't have no power inside the building. You know, my hairs was raising when I looked out the window and I said, "Damn, there's a lot of people out there, yo." Yeah, I heard about that. That right there, I mean, I definitely agree with that one right there, J.E. Moneybags. I'm gonna tell you why. You don't gotta force knowledge onto anyone. If they want to adhere that knowledge, they will. If they don't, then you got one step on them. That's one more. That's one smart move for you. That's one ignorant move for them. See what I'm saying? The book Uprising. Yeah, I read that book too. The problem with uprisings, and salute to the West Coast. Salute to all my homies in the West Coast, the Bay Area, all over the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? The reason that book there had dudes running around lying, and this is why. That book had a lot of knowledge about the homies and stuff. But it had so much knowledge that you had dudes that read the book running around trying to flip things and question people about things that they only could read from that one book. Stone Love, Savage Stone. Nah, actually that was true. I seen it on I seen it. I didn't click on it, but I seen it. I seen it when they was talking about the dude that kidnapped the chick and made her watch Abdul Shakur. But you know what's crazy though, Abdul Shakur? Hold up. I gotta pin that. So Abdul Shakur said most of the people they booked during the stop and frisk was for Bud, laugh out loud. It was even more than that, bro. A lot of times they were stopping dudes for trespass. See, the way the stop and frisk, does anybody even know how the stop and frisk thing even started? The stop and frisk law started because what happened was they were starting to hit dudes who trespassing for being in buildings and they don't live in those buildings. So it was legitimized for them. If they see you in the building and you don't live there, they could give you a ticket for trespassing. But then they started ODing now. What they started doing now is like they started ODing. Now they got a green light to start. That's right, Jerry McCaskill. Bloomberg did that. Now they got the green light. Salute to you, Jared. They got the green light to go. And if you and your mans is downstairs, they can just come and throw all y'all on the wall and say that y'all violating the trespassing code because probably one person don't live there. Next thing you know, they searching dudes. And you know what was crazy? That I was watching the other day. Matter of fact, y'all can listen to it. Y'all don't got to see it. But, yo, y'all got to see how this lady, during the presidential campaign debate or whatever they was doing, y'all got to see how this lady put that dude in his place. But before I even put it on so y'all can hear it, I would say this, man. That was basically an introduction of a method to disarm the masses and violate their rights for those who can bear arms. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they were throwing people on the wall that weren't doing nothing. So that law was a force. They used the law as a force to be able to transgress upon a person's body. You see what I'm saying? But hold up. Somebody sent that to me this morning. And who was it that sent me that? Mr. John with Bloomberg. And yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever sent that was right on the money too, because I was looking at that and I actually left it on and I left it playing. Yo, watch this. Yeah, I gotta get it so that I can cause yo, my DM is crazy. A lot of people be hitting me up and they don't even know. They said they oh here it go, here it go, here it go, here it go, here it go.
Several former employees have claimed that your company was a hostile workplace for women. When you were confronted about it, you admitted making sexually suggestive remarks, saying, quote, "That's the way I grew up." In a lawsuit in the 1990s, according to the Washington Post, one former female employee alleged that you said, quote, "I would do you in a second." Should Democrats expect better from their nominee?
Let me say a couple things, and if I can have my full minute and a quarter, thank you. I have no tolerance for the kind of behavior that the Me Too movement has exposed. And anybody that does anything wrong in our company, we investigate it, and if it's appropriate, they're gone that day. But let me tell you what I do at my company and my foundation and in city government when I was there. In my foundation, the person that runs it's a woman. 70% of the people there are women. In my company, lots and lots of women have big responsibilities. They get paid exactly the same as men. And in my in City Hall, the person that's the top person, my deputy mayor, was a woman, and 40% of our commissioners were women.
You heard that?
I am very proud of the fact that about 2 weeks ago, we were awarded. We were voted the the best place to work, second best place in America. If that doesn't say something about our employees and how happy they are, I don't know what does.
Senator Warren, you've been critical of Mayor Bloomberg on this issue.
Yes, I have. And I hope you heard what his defense was. I've been nice to some women.
You see, you heard that? So he got a problem already with females. Now, here's my thing. Now, when they did it to Trump, it was all about ex-marital, meaning that he's married and his act is apart from his own marriage that he has. Basically, while he's married to someone, he's cheating on them with whatever the other chick was. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, Pink Sugar. So now, and I could go to the case on that, which I am in a second. So now here he is. He's basically saying, well, in short words, I'm nice to some women. So you already know what type of person this dude is. He's an egomaniac. He got a lot of money, so you already know that does that to a lot of people. But to make it even worse is that he has this not just an egomaniac attitude and character, but he has this thing where he wants to lay the law down by all means necessary. He doesn't care if it violates people's rights or not. And it's crazy how this is the person that's actually running for presidency. I'd rather have Donald Trump for another 4. Yeah, that's a fact, Church Avdan. Church Avdan, I think the same thing too. He said they're both two heads of the same snake, Democrats and Republicans. Just divide and conquer tactics. That's a fact. But you got to remember, when they did that, they started to use. You got to look at the cases. United States versus what was that case? Stop and frisk. If you notice in the stop and frisk case, Shira Schindler was the judge, and Shira Schindler after that was the judge no more. Now think about that. A judge that went against the system, even though because they even try to overrule her ruling, they gave her case to another judge. But that judge still ruled the same as Shira Schindler did. So at the end of the day, she won, even though she stepped down after that case. See what I'm saying? So what's crazy about that is here is a federal judge who went against the system, and next thing you know, she's not a judge no more. If I'm correct, she's a teacher or something now, or a scholar somewhere in a college. Or she does speeches or something like that. Because the leading case Floyd versus the city of New York. Salute, CC. Floyd versus the city of New York. That was the case right there. Yup. And Floyd versus the city of New York is a set of case addressing class action lawsuit filed against the city of New York Police Commissioner Raymond Kelly and Mayor Michael Bloomberg, and named and unnamed New York City police officers alleged that defendants have implemented and sanctioned a policy, practice, and or custom of unconstitutional stop and frisk by the New York Police Department on the basis of racist and national origin in violation of Section 1983 of the Title 42 of the United States Code. Nice to see you too, CC. So the crazy part about it is that that law went against our amendment rights. So here's a man that implemented a law that went against amendment rights. And that's the type of dude that they want, that they try to make run for president. Mayor Bloomberg ran New York when he was a mayor like a dictator. That's a fact. That is a fact. What made him a dictator was his spontaneous method of thinking. He didn't give it too much thought. He said, yeah, all right, let's go. But thank you, Abdul Shakur. Abdul Shakur was right on the money. So there you go. So now, if this dude get into office, imagine he's gonna kill the Department of Justice. He's gonna kill her. He gonna give more laws than a little bit. Now don't make the jumpsuits orange. Make them black with black stripes around them like they had them back in the days. You see what I'm saying? But this was a law that was aimed at minorities. And the man said that he made those laws and he targeted the low income areas where minorities were. The man said it out of his own mouth. He said that stop and frisk was designated for low income neighborhoods where minorities live. That's telling you right there. That alone is telling you right there. Yeah, Pink Sugar. That's why he violated everybody's rights, because what he felt was, listen, man, I'm here. I'm with y'all. Y'all work it out. I'll sanction it. Bloomberg changed the law so he can be mayor 3 times, then changed the law so you can only be mayor 2 terms. Wow, look at that. I gotta look that one up. If that's true, that's crazy right there, Raul McDaniels. That's a dude that they putting up there to be a president? Man, listen here. But a lot of times we can't just look at the generals. We got to look at the people. Because the people make a lot of difference and their voices make a lot of sound when they have a unified sense of thinking. And that is so true. Bloomberg threw people in a warehouse for 3 days on the west side after the Iraq war protests. Yo, Wildcat, I salute you, Playboy. I found out about from the other day when you came to Jam TV. Oh, okay, Prolific TV. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Spartan family. Quality of life crimes were at an all-time high when Bloomberg was mayor. That's a fact. He didn't stop crime, he aggravated it. Brittany Jones said, yeah, but Trump is putting federal judges on the bench that will have far-reaching impact on Black and brown lives. Oh, you know what's crazy about that, Brittany? I can tell you that Obama did it too. Obama did it too. De Blasio, I like De Blasio. I like De Blasio because one thing about De Blasio is De Blasio, like I remember he had his little drama in the beginning when he first came into office with the police and all that, but he stood his ground and they respect him and he respects them. It ain't like he leaves them out to dry. You know what I'm saying? He still got their back, but he's not holding nobody's back that's doing something out of the norm that they ain't supposed to be doing. That's one thing that I respect about De Blasio. Mike L. Whoever is president, it will be the same outcome. America is a corporation, and the president is a mascot for the real powers that be. I think so. The same thing as you, Mike. I think they need a face, because really, for example, you're running for presidency. Do you go to school for this? Let's be real. To be the president of the United States, you got to go to college and take a presidential's course? I don't think so. I don't think I ever heard of such. So you could be a person, and majority of the times is who? People that got money. And you go up in there. You can go up in there and run for president. Listen, Donald Trump did not go to no school for no presidency. Donald Trump was a businessman. He knows the ins and outs of business. He ran for office, went up there and did his thing because he has charisma. He has what's called, whether even if it's looked at negatively, he knows how to catch attention. And he won people over. You see what I'm saying? So if you ain't got to go to school for this, then you already got to expect that when a person becomes president and he's going to be president for 4 years or whatever, that person is actually learning his position while he's in the house. So there has to be someone else that's really running the show while he's learning the show. Because how can he just come in and know the ins and outs? You know, there's security. You know, there's a whole lot of things that you got to go through before you even know the insides of the White House. So, of course, the president's actually the face. And the real people that make decisions are in the back, in the cut. And the president's face is basically what represents them, because they don't want to be seen. Fact teams, Felicia Cortez. So that's basically what happens in those situations. You're looking at situations that is beyond what we think. Because the way they do it is they're going to be like this. Okay, Trump, you're the face of us, man. You're doing a great job, but you're bugging out a little bit. But you know what? It's catchy also. While they keep concentrating on hating you, we got to keep developing ideas. You're going to sanction them. And at the end of the day, if things don't work out, you're the face anyway. That's why you get the opportunity to be the president. You're on the front line like this. You're the bear on that honey bottle. Donald Trump was uncle the big boss in private security sector for future warfare technology back in the days, and had all the power secretly for years because of his warfare weaponry. I didn't even know about that one. He even confiscated all Nikola Tesla's work after he died. Jared McCaskill, I think Masonic dudes picked the president. That's an interesting one right there. He said all Masonic dudes picked the president. You never know. But you got to remember that these people live in a secret society, so they're not going to tell us everything. We got to figure it out from the things that we see. And even the things that we see a lot of times is they want us to see those things because they camouflage the things that they're doing. But my whole thing is simple. You don't gotta go. You don't gotta go to school to be a president. So if you don't gotta go to school to be a president, and you're going into a house that you have never ran the reins, you gotta learn. So while you're learning, they're making decisions, and you're either agreeing or disagreeing with them, and then they figured out a way to make you agree with them. If not, at the end of the day, just let you know what your position is. You're the face. Chill out. Know what I'm saying? That's basically how it goes. Now, another thing that I was reading upon too, you know, Nat Turner. Back to Nat Turner for a second. Did y'all notice, yo, Pink Sugar, how did they catch Nat Turner, if you remember? Does anybody know how Nat Turner got caught? Because I can tell you he got caught. He got caught. He got caught because they snitched on him. He was getting food from people and he was hiding in this little spot. That's a fact. They snitched on him. Now you see that? One of his own. This is what I tell you. This is what I tell you, right? Man. This is why I tell you, right? That you always got to see that. You got to see it for what it really is. Because one thing I always check out, and I check it out for a reason, is I check out the cause and results from certain things. That man led a revolt. His people let him down. Then at the end, when he was hiding, his people again got him caught. That's a fact, Wildcat. Some of the enslaved men in the rebellion were acquitted. That's a fact. They were acquitted because they sold them out. Big Sugar said Nat Turner was another Willie Lynch letter. Yeah. But look at that story. Snitch his own. That's a fact. Look at the story, though. The story is what compromises the whole situation. So he went on allegedly, he went on a rebellion with a bunch of slaves. They murdered mad people. Drunk the cider, got drunk, couldn't get across the bridge to get the guns, got caught. Those that got caught put the blame on him. He ran away, disappeared. And then one of his men that he was cool with that was helping him get food ends up being the dude that tells on him. Because it was a farmer that was feeding him. Jesus was helping the people, was saving lives, was curing people in the water, as it says in the Bible. Judas betrayed him. Judas told him everything that he was doing and how the people were seeing him. And because the way that he told them and what he told them, it made them people look at Jesus as a threat because he's gaining attention from a lot of other people, according to the story. He's becoming too powerful. His voice is becoming too powerful. So they betrayed him. And it goes on and goes on throughout history. And this is why I say that you got to be careful nowadays about the people you have around you, about the type of information that you let go. You know, some people used to be saying on the chat, right? And I caught this on about 2 months ago. And I went into other people's blogs and I saw them saying the same thing. They used to say, yo, you know what I'm saying? They talking too much on the internet. And then I started to think about that, right? And then I started to say, yo, yeah, that's a fact, KD Williams. That's a fact. Yo, matter of fact, hold up. KD Williams says, yo, bro, are you up on the Toussaint Louverture rebellion in Haiti? He was also betrayed. It's a fact. Yeah, Lucifer Brim said, it's almost like your op has more loyalty for you than your people. And you know why? You know why that is? And, you know, it's crazy because I would say that a lot of people don't understand the significance of bonds. Would you agree that's what it is? A lot of people don't understand the significance of bonds. When you have bonds with your man, just who you call your brother, you got to really appreciate that, and you got to really show that that's what it is, that it is what it is. Because a lot of times, a lot of people mix friendship with acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? Acquaintance is a person that you meet and maybe y'all go through whatever, but then it don't mean it's not hasn't much meaning. Your friend is something that you go through with, and whatever y'all do has a lot of meaning to it. It's what keeps y'all close whenever y'all think about those things. KD Williams, it was the biggest slave rebellion ever. That's crazy, KD Williams, because they said the one with Nat Turner was, and guess what? Nat Turner, they saying that was a fictional character. But to me, what I think, this is what I think. Now, this is just my theory. Everybody doesn't have to agree, but I think that what happened with Nat Turner is that probably there was a such person as Nat Turner. And that story probably did happen. But what happened was that they didn't want him to exist because they hated him so much for what he did. And probably that lawyer saw that he wasn't making no bread with whatever lawyering he was doing. And he decided to say, yo, I'm going to write about a story that's going to mess up everybody's minds. Because they might have not thought that it existed. I mean, because you got to look at it like this. You know, maybe there was more to it that we don't know, and that's the reason why they want to alter or change it or take it off. It could have been, look, for example, when I saw Apocalypto, and I know a lot of people saw Apocalypto here because it was y'all that put me on to the movie. Because no lie, I remember when I was locked up, I was looking at the TV, but it was locking time. I'm looking at the TV, and I saw the one part where the dude was chasing the dude through the woods and all that. Salute Morris Smith. And I was like, yo, this movie looked like it's lit, but it was locking time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, look at this shit. So I always said to myself, I'm going to watch that movie one day when I go home. And I forgot all about it. But then talking with y'all, and then y'all put me on back onto it, I kind of found it. But it was hard to find because I didn't know that they banned it here. They banned that movie. That movie's actually banned, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? They banned the movie. Yeah, yo, KD Williams, that is so true. Jean-Jacques Dessalines was at least partially responsible for Louverture's arrest. That's because he wanted power. So he tried to get him out of power so that he could be the next up and he get in there. Jerry McCaskill, the movie was excellent, Joe. I don't see why they banned the movie. But the Mayan descendants that they have over there in Guatemala felt that it shouldn't have been depicted that way. And that's crazy because as I saw it, that's the way I read about it. The more Pink Sugar said, the more I study outside the usual realms, the more I'm awakened. That's true, Pink Sugar, because what happens is that, and this is how I did it too. I used to read a lot of books, but then I order more books on that same personal topic and see what the differences is in what people are writing. You know, because when I was reading all these books, Art of War, 48 Laws of Power, Attila the Hun, Sagacious, Genghis Khan, you know, I was reading where they incorporate their direct mentality towards the way they profess successes in what they do. You know what I'm saying? I always look at that. I was like, yo, where did they get that from? That the one with Mel Gibson? Yeah, with Mel Gibson. Well, Mel Gibson produced it or wrote it or something. And he got banned. They got banned over here. But every time I read it, it has something to do with something he said before the movie came out. And then all of a sudden, after he said what he said, I believe it was anti-Semitic, what he said. And after what he said, when he put out the movie got, and I never seen that happen before, which is crazy. Peace, Wildcat. Great week, brother. When they caught Nat Turner, then people had skinned him. He had a 2 month run. One time he run away and came back after a month. Okay. Shout out San Nita Studios up in the building. Y'all gotta go check out my man San Nita Studios, man. He got his channel is one of the channels that is gravitational, man. Every time he's on and I look, I wait to see if he's on, and I go over there and I sit down with my pad and my paper, man, and I start taking down notes, man, because he be having some knowledge over there. But he said, hold on. Sanita said, peace, Wildcat, great week, brother. When they caught Nat Turner, then people had skinned him. He had a 2 month run. One time he run away and came back after a month. You see that? So he said they skinned him. Ooh. I guess maybe the history of Nat Turner is actually watered down so that it won't cause so much anger and disparity. You know, because here they said that they skinned him. Yeah. Yo, Wildcat, I've been on this truth movement since 2008. I'm all the way into it. The more you find out, the lies will lead you into lies, and the snowball effect starts. You learn we all been lied from birth. Then he ran away from his slaves for a month, then returned to them. He ran away from his slaves for a month, then returned to them. That's interesting. Interesting. I mean, I look at it like this, right? When your circle gets a little too big, it can cause, you to lose vision. And this is why I say that. A lot of people believe that the bigger the mass, the more they can accomplish. Oh, thank you, Sanita. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Come for you, that means a lot. You know, so I look at it from a perspective that, you know, a lot of times we don't really know the person next to us. And we're such sacrificial type of people when it comes to trying to accomplish things, which is the reason why there's so many people in the prison system. And I would never advocate for crime, because crime is actually an idiot's guide to solidarity. What I would say is that some people go into the zone that becomes criminal because they have refocused their energy on a momentary attraction. It comes fast. It comes with a lot of accolades, but it only leads you to the dungeon. That's where it leads you. It leads you to the dungeon. Then when you're in the dungeon, your humanity gets erased like the eraser on a pencil into insanity. Now, people will say insanity means you're not able to correlate at all. That's not true. I said his name wrong, 718. I'm sure he'll hit me and let me know. That's a fact. Lloyd's prison industrial complex is a multi-billion-dollar modern-day slave trade. Hey, listen. You go to the State Department of Corrections. They put you in what? Greens. You wear green pants, you wear a green shirt. You are a walking dollar bill. If it ain't for the people in the city committing those crimes, they won't have no jails in those towns upstate. Sanita. Okay, got you. I remember when we used to go to Comstock. The hub of Comstock was Mount McGregor, Washington, and then Comstock. I saw online they were selling Mount McGregor. I passed through the Bronx when they took down Spofford. All these places, they made money out those places. And all those places did was groom. It groomed people for the next stages of their activities. Because there weren't no programs. If you lock a person away after they did what they did, the only thing they can do, if they're not redirecting their focus, is try to figure out how to do whatever they did better. Because what happens is that when you sit there and your concept comes from a negative standpoint, those around you would attract those negative standpoints and will do just like you. But the difference is that you might have the strength to go through the trials and tribulations, and they won't. And that's when they'll tell on you. Nowadays, it's easy. You can give a gun to anybody. Yo, come here, son. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I like your style, you know what I'm saying? I think you that dude, you know what I mean? But you got to show me something. You give him a gun, he go over there, he go shoot somebody. Probably for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he's going to run around like, yes, I'm that dude. I'm that man. Then when they come and get him and throw them cuffs on him and he's about a month and some change in the pen, and he's seeing life outside moving while life inside is still. He realizes what he put himself inside of. And then it alters his way of thinking, because now he says to himself, like, yo, damn, man, I don't want to live like this for 25 years. They say it's called cognitive thinking. It's crazy, yo. When I passed through Spofford Avenue and I saw they knocked that building down, I said to myself, wow. So on Rikers Island, if they giving dudes, Rikers Island, they got a box limit. You can only be inside of the box for 45 days. So it becomes a lawsuit if you stay longer than that. Because now as they establish that it's cruel and unusual punishment to keep somebody in the SHU, special housing unit, for more than 45 days. Well, how about us? We did years. We did years. I did 9 years in the box. 9 years in the SHU. 9 years, yo. 9 years I was doing push-ups, punching the bag inside my cell that I made out of a mattress, net bag, gloves that I made out of socks and cotton. No lie, I made gloves out of a pair of socks. Took a pair of socks and I pushed it up a little bit. I bent the top part over. I took the cotton. And I took the cotton. Okay, Pink Sugar. Thank you, sis. And I took the cotton and I put it in the socks. And I made holes so my fingers could poke through it. But I needed so I could put padding on here and padding over here. Good night, Pink Sugar. And I was hitting it. Bing, bing, bing. I'll do that for an hour. Then go to rest. Stood away from the Kool-Aid, because I saw what they used to do with the Kool-Aid. They used to put something in the Kool-Aid where when the gallery was noisy, dudes was banging on the gate, arguing, cursing. Some people was rapping. Some people was throwing piss. Some people was throwing doo-doo. They'll come down with the Kool-Aid. Ice cold Kool-Aid. Stick your cup out. Give it about 10, 15 minutes. The whole gallery is quiet. Dudes done fell asleep. And they used to look at me like, well, why you don't want to drink the Kool-Aid? I'd be like, yo, I ain't with the Kool-Aid, yo. I don't drink Kool-Aid. But me, they already knew how I used to do. I would be working out or reading a book. So because I was working out and reading a book, they didn't have to do that to me, because I'm not really going to be GSM. Damn, 9 years. I know that affected your psyche. Yo, I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie. There was times, no lie, when I heard the craziest of the crazy say the most intelligent things, yo. I had a neighbor next to me that used to bug out all the time, bugging out. Didn't even eat. Had like 90 apples under his bed. And I'm exaggerating. He probably had like 20. But that's a lot of apples, yo. Mad apples under his bed. Didn't talk. But one day, it was late at night. I was reading my book. I was reading a book by Dean Koontz called TikTok. That's another good book by Dean Koontz called TikTok. And as I'm reading the book, I'm hearing somebody talking. I'm like, who was talking? And it was him next door. Nobody has ever heard him talk. You heard? And he was right next to me. And he was talking to himself in there. But he was having an intelligent conversation. Yeah, they put a bunch of stuff in the Kool-Aid, bro. I was on point to that. Just like in Spofford, they used to do that in Spofford too. In Spofford, they used to give us a milk and some type of graham cracker or some type of cookies. When they started giving dudes the juice, everybody used to be out. Out of state, Maple Syrup. Shout out Maple Syrup. Only Pennsylvania. Only Pennsylvania, basically. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed because they do send you all the way to West Bubble. You already know, and it's a hassle when you're all the way out there. Hassle. West London in the building. Shout out West London. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I would say the struggle is the struggle. Yeah, I wasn't drinking none of that stuff because I knew what they was doing. The same way they used to think they slick. Every time I used to catch them. Every time I used to catch them, they used to come through. And they used to come through like 3 in the morning when everybody's asleep. And they'll come through and try to do a search down. 3 in the morning. Sometimes 4. And sometimes they'll search. And when you're fixing your stuff, your bed and all that, your mattress, and you're putting the covers back on and you straighten up all your stuff, they go in there and ransack your whole joint, they come back again. Mad love to the UK, Ice Crown Clothing. Salute, Nigel Brown. For real, y'all. Dead ass. And that's why I always look at it and I say to myself, like, you gotta always make sure that you have keen awareness. Because I noticed it in my own body when I did drink the Kool-Aid one time. And I felt lethargic. I didn't work out that day or nothing. So what I did is I started drinking mad water. So I can pee it out, get it out of my system. Once I got it out of my system, I did start to work out and I started to sweat. Then what I did was I fell back from drinking the Kool-Aid and I just watched. Stuck my eye spot out. Dudes that were talking were sleeping. I think it was Thorazine. Loyalty was everything. I could have sworn it was Thorazine. Salute, Shaq Bono. I think it was Thorazine too. Because the way they look at it is like, listen, they ain't going to know. It's in the juice. They already took it. It's in their system. But I can bet you that back then, if they was to test people's blood, it would have had Thorazine in it. Which means that they was giving dudes, you know what I'm saying, medication they ain't supposed to be taking. Lucifer Brent said the Thorazine shuffle. Seroquel 2 is another one. Because what they're doing is they're trying to make you weak so that you're off point. They don't want you to be on point, because if you're on point, then what? If you're on point, then they can't do the things that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. But, you know, like I said, man, this is that month when we look at the struggle the most. And you know why we look at the struggle the most? Because it's more emphasized in this month. But struggle has been everywhere, to be honest with you. Struggle has been everywhere. Right now, as we speak, some people are going through the struggle right now. While we sit on a desk in a chair, there's some people sitting on rocks. While we drink water, spring water, there's people that drink water out the lake. That the fish and everything else done doo-doo in it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that we have, we take for granted because we have an abundance of it. But there's a lot of people, there's a lot of others that don't got nothing. So their hunger is legitimate. A lot of the hunger that we see in the streets ain't legitimate. It's not. Because I told my little man the other day, I said, look, I've been home. I'm about to hit a year next month. I done worked like 4 times, 4 different jobs. 2 down, actually 3 down here and 1 up top. With all the time that I did, with 17 years in prison, 9 years in the SHU, you name it. It's only an excuse when you say you can't do it. That's all it is. It's an excuse, bro. When you say, nah, it ain't for me, you telling yourself that. I was locked up. I went and took all these courses that I knew I wasn't going to do nothing with them, but I took them just to learn it, just to have the experience. You see what I'm saying? I took 800 hours of horticulture. Y'all heard that? 800 hours of horticulture. That's when you learn how to reproduce stem cells out of plants, oxygen rocks. You learn the whole thing about the plant system. And I know these things. And me being in the country, I could do a whole lot with what I've learned. But I don't have really the time for it. But I know it though. And whenever I get the time to do it, I'm going to be able to do it because I have the knowledge. You see how before this live came on, for those that was here, I was having problems with the sound. And Iraq was like, slow down, cat. I see you, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm over here saying to myself, like, yo, this is getting me tight right now because why they make it so hard? Why they gotta make it so hard? Why it can't be easy, flip a switch type thing? You know what I'm saying? Because we always have to test ourselves, and life in general is made as a test. You know what I'm saying? It's a test. Like I said before, I don't mind showing my flaws or whatever. Like everybody, like somebody told me the other day, he said, yo, Cat, I remember when you was in the attic. I remember this, I remember that. Now look at you now, look at you now. You see what I'm saying? I bet you tomorrow I'll have it on, and every time my live is about to go on, my preview is gonna come on. Because that's right, April D, patience. I mean, don't get me wrong, patience ain't always the easiest thing to summon. You know what I'm saying? Patience ain't always the easiest thing to summon. Sometimes it becomes really difficult to summon patience when you're already at that point. So what you say to yourself is you say, yo, like one day I was on the when I first came out, they send you to DSS because you got to get your ID. And the fastest place to get an ID is DSS. After that, you got to make an appointment with a DMV. And when you make the appointment with the DMV, then you got to go either take the test or they give you the non-driver's license joint. And there's 2 forms of ID. But while I was waiting on the line, and I was waiting on the line with my man. There's a dude that he's all the way across on the other side of the room, and he's walking around with a cane with some type of like eagle or something on it. I don't know. Look bugged out. He's trying to look fly because he got shot in the leg, and he walking with a cane. So son is all the way across, and he's yelling to my man. He's like, yo, what you looking at? But when he's looking, I'm like, yo, he's talking to you or me? He's like, yo, I think he's talking to me. I said, yo, man, I'm saying though, why he all the way across the room talking? What? He want a reckless eyeball? What? He got eyeball drama or something? So he must have heard me, and he said, yo, he can get it too. And I looked at him. I said, yo, son, check it. You all the way across the room snitching right now. If you really got drama, shut the hell up and go outside. So he looked at me. He said, yo, you just saying that because you see me with a cane. I said, yo, if I had a cane, I wouldn't be yelling across the room, bro. I'll be the quietest person in here. I wouldn't be yelling across the room. For what? You snitching and you blowing up the spot, bro. And you can't even take no smoke right now. You all messed up. You're not even making any type of sense whatsoever. He looked at me. He was like, all right. Oh, there was one time I was on the train. There was one time I'm on the train. I'm sitting on the train. This dude comes and sits next to me. And the lady comes and sits next to him. So son deliberately spreads his legs. So the lady got her legs squished like this, and I'm over here like that. So I move mine, I spread mine. Like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? Like, the dude gets up. Big dude too, gets up. I looked at him, I said, yo, what you standing up for? So, yo, you bumped my leg. I said, bro, it's your best bet to sit on down, you heard? And as a matter of fact, you should be standing anyway, because you want to take up like 3 seats. You ain't special. There's other people that got to sit on this train, bro. And I ain't speaking for other people. I'm speaking for me. I'm not going to sit the way you want me to sit. You ain't built like that. He looked at me, and he sat down. Pulled his car right away. And that was it. He ain't say a word to me. But that's what happens when they change the method of, I'm going to say the modus operandi of the world today gives too many rooms for failure. And too many people accept it. And that's one of the things that becomes our downfall in the end. Because you can accept failure if you're on your road to succeed. But if you accept failure only to fail again and again and again, then now you ain't doing something right, bro. You need to get it right. You need to cut that lane. That lane ain't for you. You need to find yourself another lane. Because one thing, like I said, as far as this month teaches us a lot. It teaches us about the things that we have the ability to do, but it also teaches us of how stubborn we are and how we don't appreciate the things that people have gone to get us where we at today. All the free lunch programs, all the programs that they have in the state. Don't you notice that a lot of people, and you have a lot of old timers in the state, they'll always say, Antoine Funny, salute. They'll always say, you know, you guys is shame, man. You guys, all the stuff that we don't fought for, they don't beat up upside the head. You guys are letting them take it back. For real, I heard a lot of old timers, they used to say that. And they wasn't saying it in regards to me because they knew I was going ham, but they were saying it in regards to the generation that they see. They saying that the generation that they see is not stepping up to help those. They only stepping up for themselves and damning those. That's a crazy metaphor to even think about. Damnation. You know what I'm saying? That's damnation, bro. Damnation. If you're gonna fill the prison system with rapos, rats, and child molesters, and card schemers and all the other stuff, all right. Murderers, robbers, all right. But if you're gonna leave them in there so they can learn how to be better at what they do, then the only purpose of taking them out of society is just to see if they grow out of their mentality. Because a mind can't elevate if it doesn't have the opportunity to elevate. So all you're doing is stagnating the mind by just putting it in pause. A lot of times the person be battling within themselves. It don't even be about the other person. That's true too, Desi Gillespie. That is so true. The Bible says that as time goes on, the generation is going to get worse. Well, look at the story in Revelations in the Bible. I even wrote a rap about it. I said, check this out. I said, Revelations chapter 12. I'm going to take you on a trip from heaven to hell. I hope you feel what is real coming straight out the book. This is an infamous book that got mad figures shook. A war broke out in heaven with a 7-headed dragon. Laws he wasn't having. Lords and gods, that was what he was stabbing. Minds of the weak and the youth that he was bagging. God tried to send more troops to bag him up, but the dragon had 6 more men to back him up. Shit got rough and they got cast out of heaven. Satan and the 6 followers that made 7. Then you heard a loud voice saying in heaven, the Lord came down for the accuser of our brethren, who accused them before day and night. Why? Because they was willing to fight and keep it tight. When he landed on the earth, that was the birth of a mason. Like Jason. Now when the dragon saw that he was cast to the earth, he pursued to go after the woman who gave birth to a male child. She had 2 wings and she was gone to the valleys and woods, and the devil said it's on. He made another attempt to get the chick and got this. He got pissed. He said, to hell with this. I'm going to take them all one by one, daughters and sons. I'm going to give them all bad attitudes and mad guns. So reality repeats itself in many ways. They got me sitting in the cell because of my devilish ways. You hear that? All that is significant to these days and times. God was on the throne, according to the Bible. And Lucifer said, nah, I want to take over. I want some of that time. I want to be up there. And they went against God. God in Revelations casted them to the earth that is dark and void. But then when you go to Genesis, they started the earth while it was dark and void. So you created the world knowing that evil was here. According to the Bible. Because this is what I did. I read the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Book of Sagacious, Taoism. I read all the books. Right now, I could go into the Quran, Al-Baqarah, Ayah 269. Allah grants wisdom to those whom he pleaseth, and to those whom he pleaseth receiveth great admonition. See what I'm saying? All these books have key. You see, a lot of people, they look at the books and they say, nah, all these books is written by man and this, that, and third. But I look at the books as that there's always a learning lesson in everything, man. Even the things you may not agree of the way the style of his expression is, it still got a lesson to teach. So sometimes without judgment, if we sit there and we look at it, we actually find the understanding to respect it. Live from 718 said the box either break you or make you stronger. Definitely made me stronger. Cause I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like I was telling before, I had to be psychologically enhanced to be able to do all them years in the box. And I'm gonna tell you why. I had to devise my own mechanism of sanity. And the way I devised my own mechanism of sanity was to conquer other insanities and look at it as they trying to incorporate that into my mind. They're trying to recruit me, and I don't want to be down. That's what I said in my mind. That's what I said in my heart for 9 years in the box. They're trying to recruit me, and I don't want to be down. I want to be with the strong. I want to be stronger than what I was when I came in here. I want to be smarter than I was when I came in here. I want to be able to be out there and hold an intellectual conversation and not have to wear a corduroy vest, a pair of Dockers, and some hush puppies. Because a learning class or a learning session can take place anywhere, on the corner, in the bathroom. It doesn't matter where it's at. It's all on the person. Does the person want to adhere to the knowledge that he's about to receive? Is he going to grasp it? Fact, Desi Calypso, he said, that's how you're supposed to do a bid. Flood your intellect. You find yourself having answers to a lot of shit and don't remember how you know. Oh, I said the word shh. My bad, YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying. I got to refrain from cursing. So, that was my first one for the day. That's a fact, Low Town 978. This is the type of chat that I got. You know what I'm saying? I want us to learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? We're all a group of teachers that can teach each other something. I don't have to be Cyrus. My crew don't got to be the warriors. I just got to be the brother that you got respect and love for. And I give you everything I got. Because that's how I was with my bros in the pen. I got your back to the death of me, yo. Anybody does something to you and they land over here with me, they out of here. Those are the principles that I grew up on. I grew up on those type of principles. You violate my homie, you out of here. You ain't never safe. You can walk down the hallway with two captains. If I see you, I'm coming for you. If we out in the yard in the battlefield, dudes pulling out knives, and it's just us two, then we gotta go, bro. We out of here. We going against the whole mob. I don't believe in retreating. I don't believe in surrendering. No, we mean a lot to each other, man. We just don't know it. You know, you got all these brothers dying. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, that brother just recently popped Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, and a lot of other rappers. What happens is this: when you stay in a lifestyle, for example, 50 Cent. 50 Cent grew up in the hood. He did his thing, got himself out the hood. He can still come to the hood, but he don't live in the hood. It doesn't make him a sucker, it makes him smart. Because you know your own type of class of people. And you know that there's always that hunger to get things in a way that is not beneficial to that person, but he thinks it is, and he might come at you. It doesn't make none of them people. Jim Jones don't live in Harlem. He comes to Harlem. He's from Harlem. See what I'm saying? Because if you live amongst the beast, sooner or later the beast's claw is going to scratch you. Especially if you're in the limelight. You're taking away from the beast's flow. You know what I'm saying? We as people got to get it together, man. And the way we get it together, if we just take a little bit of time to analyze our ways and actions, man. I agree with you there. 50 is untouchable because he been knew how to move around a city full of vultures who's always plotting on the next man. That's a fact. You know how you know that? You can tell that in the way that he orchestrates his shows and all that. You can tell how he does it. I ain't see the prison joint yet, but from Power and all the other movies that I've seen him come in, you know what I'm saying? You can tell. Mac been 100. Salute, bro. Mac been 100. Salute, Vincent Rodriguez. Give Rodriguez a word. That was a setup. That's a fact. You gotta listen. When you're going in a certain path, it doesn't make you lesser of a man to put yourself in a better standing point. Some people think that makes them tough, or it makes them certain class if they stay amongst living with the wolves. But to me, I'm fine having wolf hunting season. I'm fine being able to sit back, relax, put my feet up. You know what I'm saying? I love waking up in the morning and I take about 20 steps and then the lake is right there. See what I'm saying? You got people dying over the most frivolous things out there. And a lot of them be hate motivated. And a lot of them be on straight animosity. They don't want to see people come up. They ain't want to see Biggie blow up, even though he did. They ain't want to see Pac blow up, even though he did. They ain't want to see Big L blow up when he was going there. They ain't want to see Freaky Ty and them blow up, and they was getting in. And so on and so on. That's the thing that needs to stop. And it's really hard to stop it because it's just part of nature. It was here first in this world, according to the Bible. Can't stop the envious people that's out there. But the thing that those envious people don't know is how much work you got to put in to be where you at. You see, and they won't ever know that because their mentality is so focused on just taking what you got and enjoying that for such a little bit of time because they feel so failed in themselves that they know they're never going to get anywhere. And that little limelight, like the dude that killed John Lennon, that bozo. He had his claim of fame when he first did that. And then he just disappeared and became another inmate just like everybody else. Look, I put hands on him. I didn't even know who he was. That's a fact, Maple Cesaro. He don't. Yeah, Jay Hudson. Yeah, that's you know, I feel bad because these dudes got talent, but they don't have direction. That's what kills a lot of these dudes, the direction. Carlos Hernandez. People need to realize our words have power. So when people speak death and destruction, the energy flows. Ooh, that is correct. You all know Pop Smoke was hold up. Yeah, I all know Pop Smoke was supposed to be at a show in New York with Funk Master Flex. It was supposed to be Pop Smoke X Vivio Foreign, Chef G, Polo G, and Pop Smoke stayed in Cali instead of doing the show in New York. Look at that. He would have came to New York, he probably would have been alive. But you can't blame that on the West Coast, East Coast stuff. That's not what that's about. You know what I'm saying? What that's basically about is about people going chasing after the bag, knowing where he at. They did a home invasion. The amount of money that they got is not worth that man's life, and it's not going to be worth theirs if they ever get caught. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, yo. That's why I say, man, you know, we always got to look at things from perspective of where do we want to be in the future? How are we going to get there? And are we willing to take the sacrifice that comes with taking that lane? That's what a lot of people need to say to themselves. If I'm going to take this lane, if I'm going to go on this path, am I able to take the consequences for my flaws if I don't succeed going that way? You see a bum on the street, right? And you say to yourself, how can he just be there laying on the bench, dirty as hell, stink bad, and he doesn't feel any type of way? One day I actually spoke to one of them dudes. He was crazy. I came off the train on 40 Deuce, and when I was walking up, the dude was there with a cup. So I was waiting for my internet to get, I guess, from me being in the train and being that my internet was from up north. When I got down there, my internet started acting up. I stopped for a second. He was sitting there. I saw him. I gave him $1. I put $1 in the cup, but he had nothing but change in there. So he tells me, oh, you're the first dollar. So I looked at him, I said, yeah, but you know, you're gonna have way more dollars by the end of the day. He said, man, hell no, because once I get enough to buy me lunch, this is all gone. I gotta come back out here and shake again. I said, yo, so you can't get no job? He said, I probably could, but it's how long I'm gonna last in that job. And a lot of jobs don't give me enough to pay for a room. And if I'm paying all my money for just to live in a room, how I'm gonna eat? So I told him, I said, hold on a second. So if you get a job, you say that's only gonna be enough for you to rent a room. I said, but do you know there's programs out here that you can get into where you can pay for your room and get free food? Did you know that? He said, yeah, I heard about it, but a lot of people say that. I said, listen, you ain't got to listen to what people say. You don't even have to listen to what I say. All you got to do is go to one down, there's one not far from here. I showed them where to go. I said, you go there and you see what I'm saying. I'll give you my phone number and everything. I don't give my phone number to everybody. And then it don't matter whether they do got it or not. You know what I'm saying? I know how to play the trickery game. But like I said, I'll give you the phone number. You call me and you let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll meet you down here and I'll give you $100. He says, man, you sound like you serious about what you're saying. I said, I'm dead ass serious. I said, you don't even sound like you from New York because you got a little bit of an accent on you. And he was telling me that he's from, I think he said he's from Nashville. So I'm like, man, you from a long way from here. I said, but this is what you do. And I showed him what to do. And no lie, I saw this dude about a year and a half later. About a year and a half later, I saw the same dude. And it was almost around the same area. I was on the side of Bryant Park. So I was going to take the train right there by Bryant Park, but I decided to chill for a little while. And I sat there in Bryant Park. And as I'm looking towards where the truckers at, because I'm saying, yo, you know what? While I'm sitting here, I might as well get something to eat. I saw the dude over there. He had dirty clothes on again. But they weren't dirty because he was bumming it. They were dirty because he was working in some scrap metal place. That's what he told me. He was working for City Scrap Metal, something like that. And I told him, I said, yo, hold up. So you got a job now? He's like, yeah. He said, yo, the place you sent me, they did help me out with the food stamps. They really didn't do too much about my rent, so I still had to find a job or something. But they helped me. I be eating now. I was like, you see? I said, look, now, imagine I wouldn't have stopped to give you the dollar or even give you any conversation. Imagine if I would have just said, yo, you stink, bro. Get up out of here. He says, oh, yeah, I went through a lot of that. I done had people throw things at me, curse me out. I said, you see? I said, that's why communication is a factor in this world, and people take communication for granted a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because I said to myself, like, yo, all I did was told him, man, this is exactly what I told him to do. I said, listen, man, go to DSS. Go to Hoyer Schemerhorn. Go down to DSS. Go in there. Let them know you're starving. Let them know, you know what I'm saying, that you got to tell them that you've been here for at least 6 months. Or if not, they're going to give you a ticket and send you back to where you came from. They be doing that too. He went over there. He got his food stamps. He got to eat. He did say though that for the first like month that he was still, you know, in the street, but he had food stamps, so he's able to eat. So the money that he had, he was using it to buy like dollar socks, dollar t-shirts, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, you know, because he was still dirty, like I said, he was still dirty, but he wasn't dirty because he was dirty because he wasn't showering, he wasn't taking a bath. He was messing with that scrap metal stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he just went down there because that used to be his spot. That's what he always used to sleep at. You know what I'm saying? He really looked at that park and those benches and all that on the side of that whole area right there. That was like his home. Because that's what he got used to. When he came down here, he went straight to the city and he got stuck in the city. He didn't know how to leave out the city. He didn't want to, he said he took the trains to sleep. But because he didn't want to go to a new place and have to learn a new place, he stood on the train going back and forth. But he always got back off at 42nd Street. That's crazy. But it was bogged out because he listened to me. I had a video, I still got it up though, where I saw another dude. This dude was a train hopper. And he was hopping trains. And I saw the dude, he had like a campfire. And I go up to him, you know, I talked to him though. I spoke with him, you know what I mean? I kicked it with him for a little while. You know, I saw he had like a bag of beans. He made a fire out of some like aluminum stuff there. He had a little thing with book bag with clothes. And he was looking type dirty too. You know what I mean? Because they got to go, when the trains, what they do is they leave some of those doors a little bit open. And when the train stops, they come out, they go get food. You know what I'm saying? Now, the conductor of the train is supposed to walk around the train, make sure those doors are closed, but a lot of them don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that just went like that, you know what I mean? But he didn't even want to take the bread. He didn't want the money. Yeah, I was about to give him like $30. He didn't even want that. He said, "Nah, I'm good, I'm good." He said, "I'm all right." I said, "You sure?" I said, "Yo, you can buy a whole lot of stuff with this right here. You don't got to be eating out of bags with beans and all that. You can eat better." He said, no, I'm waiting for the train to leave. I'm about to. So what he did was he, you know, because they know that the conductor's going to walk around the train and check it. So he got off the train, made a little campfire, stood there for a little bit. I guess the train was there overnight, so that's why he slept there under the bridge. It was crazy, yo. Lava said, "You taught him how to fish?" Nah, I ain't telling him how to fish. I think I got to learn how to fish. That's one thing I ain't did yet since I've been home is fish yet. Yeah, man, I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to listen to me at all. I thought he was just going to say, okay, yes, me to death, get my dollar and keep it moving, maybe try to get some more out of me. But that kind of surprised me, yo. That surprised. But you also got to know this world is a small world. So a lot of times you don't know. You might do something for somebody and then see him again later on. Carlos Perez, what up, big boy? Jay Hudson, fishing is relaxing. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this summer. When the summer comes, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I told Lady Bug, man, we gotta get our fishing game up. I want to try that. But you gotta go way out there though to fish. I just woke up 4 of my youngins in a car, nodded out of K2 like junkies. It's crazy. Oh. Oh, okay, Iraq 152. Got you. Yeah, that one went past me, bro. Yo, you better tell him to chill with that K2, man. I saw need some in your lake, cat. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I saw that K2 kill people, bro. You gotta tell him, bro. You gotta tell him not to play with that K2. That K2 is no good. It's the next crack. And it's killing people, man. That shit kills people, yo. Damn, my second curse. It kills people, I'm telling you. I see you, Carlos Perez. Peter Lopez. Oh, you be on you. All right, Peter Lopez. I'm gonna hold you up to that. Cause I definitely want to get on my fishing joint. Rest in peace, Robo Just. That's a fact. Robert Lockley. That was my son right there. Robo Justice, that's my heart. Rest in peace, man. It's a sad way to go out. ¿Qué lo que es? That's a fact, Gabe Rodriguez. Yo, that K2 is killing people, man. You gotta tell them, yo, they getting high off of something that's not meant for human consumption. They telling you that. Salute Hudson Ave. That's a fact, Hudson Ave. James Keels, what's popping, bro? Salute. Yeah, Tony Colombo, I'm bringing it back. What happened was, because of the winter time, I can't really get around. So, you know, I like to do Tales from the WAP side on the outside in the woods and all that. So I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit better by next month. And then we're going to start it back up again. You know what I'm saying? I got some classics for Tales from the WAP side. Trust me. You know what I mean? You ever think the CEO's murder Robo? Nah. Nah, because what happened was he caught a stroke. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times, you know, God bless Shaquille. You know what I'm saying? That he just went through a heart transplant. You know, we got to be very careful. And a lot of times, you know, you could be the healthiest person in the world and still get hit with certain things. You know what I'm saying? So keeping yourself in tune with your health is one. But another thing is also you got to be, you know, you got to make sure you check yourself a lot of time. Make sure you do all them checkups, man. All them checkups, they mean a lot. Rest in peace, Scar Valentine. That's a fact, Scar Valentine. That's my son, man. And yo, quick story about Scar Valentine. How much of an honorable person he was. You know what I'm saying? Scar Valentine was turning crazy before he went home. He was already turning crazy. He was in the box for a minute too, and the box was killing him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the box was doing him dirty. But I wrote him a kite one time. I said, yo, bro, I know you put the lawsuits in with all the stuff that we went through. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do this appeal. You know what I'm saying? I need some bread for this appeal money. That's my word. Scar Valentine sent me a disbursement form. He said, how much you need? I said, 5 racks. No lie. He said, listen, he said, forget the disbursement form. Give me where to send it at outside. He sent it to my grandmother. 5 racks, bro. After that, I didn't see him no more. Then I heard he came home. I heard he came home and he cut somebody. And he got killed. You know what I'm saying? Scar Valentine was an official dude, man. He used to pop. He was one of them dudes from Queens that, you know what I'm saying, he'll take it and give it. And that's why they call him Scar Valentine. He had got cut. And even though he had got cut, you know what I'm saying, he didn't look at it as that made him less of a man. He looked at it like, yo, I'm still going in. And he still did. You know what I'm saying? Still did. Still went in hard body. Kentel Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Was going in hard body. And then he ended up in the box with me. But he was already losing it from being in the box for so long. You know, it's crazy because I saw so many people, man. So many people. I saw them go crazy in the box, man, and kill themselves, or you don't see them no more. They just lose their mind. And it used to be sad because I used to look at these people like, yo, what? It's crazy, bro. It's a shame. But Scar Valentine, I remember Scar Valentine and them stood out in the yard. He was part of that thing with Pistol Pete. Scar Valentine was out there too. They refused to come in. Them dudes got gassed. They got beat down. Yo, it got crazy out in that yard. They had tanks out there that were shooting gas bombs inside the cages. Dudes that pulled down the barbed wires. Yo, it was all crazy. Scar Valentine, Pistol Pete, Pimp. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pimp. You know what I'm saying? I saw Pimp out there putting in that work. I saw Pimp Yabadu's chain out there. That shit could be crazy. But Scar was a, you know, even though he went crazy in his heart, he said, yo, I'm gonna help my man now. And he did. And I had won my appeal, went back down and made it home. The first time. Which is crazy, yo. Salute. Cat, speak on the RICO charges on Brim in New York. Oh man, you know how many of those I saw? BD producer business development. I saw so many of those. I saw so many of those indictments, man. It's crazy. You know, the way it goes is like this. When the feds do an indictment, everybody's gonna do time. Everybody that's snatched up is doing time. I've rarely, unless you beat them, and it is very hard to beat them. If you're in there, you're gonna do some type of time. Even if it's a year and a day, even if it's 37 months, you're gonna give them some time. And then they're gonna do that 5-year post-supervision release thing. Well, over there they call it probation. You know what I'm saying? Anshika Diffman. How you doing, Anshika Diffman? Salute. Now, there's a lot of Anshika Diffman in here. Anshika Diffman took over the whole joint. Yo, you see that, Iraq? We got invaded. There's an invasion in the chat, yo. What's going on? You see it, Carlos Perez? They coming through. They swarming us. But yeah, you know what I mean? Maple Syrup said, we got lucky today. My dad was so dehydrated, his kidneys was about to fall. He's in the hospital. We got him there on time. Crazy day, bro. My dad is my everything. Salute, Maple Syrup. I hope your dad gets better. That's why you always got to keep a liquid around him too, Maple Syrup. Face looking since he's on the roof. That is a bot spamming the chat. Oh, okay. Did you know this clown Warpath? Nah, I don't know that dude, bro. Hello. Yeah, stay away from caffeine, sugar. Yo, that's why I don't do the Red Bulls no more like I used to. I stay away from anything that's not good for the heart. Drink a lot of fish oil. And you know one thing I did a research on for a while? Krill fish oil. For those of y'all that don't know, krill fish oil is good to try to prevent heart problems. Salute, Ace Boogie. That's a fact, Desi Calypsy. You got to pay attention to your body. It gives you the signs. That's a fact. Cod liver oil too. Yeah. Hey, yo, Desi Calypsy, the cod liver oil. Yo, I used to drink that when I was a kid. I hated that. Yeah, fish oil, cat. Peter Lopez. Yes, and that's a fact. Hot, warm water, not cold. Yes. I don't even wash my face with cold water. I use cold water to drink only. Because how you gonna use cold water? And this one I used to beef when I was locked up, and they used to have the cold water in the shower. I'm like, yo, how you gonna say that I'm taking the shower in this cold water? The cold water won't loosen up the oils for you to be able to take it out. So how I'm gonna take a shower in cold water? That don't make no sense. Salute, Wayno in the building. Salute, Wayno. Wayne Nizzle. Oh, Hawaiian Joe. Salute to Hawaiian Joe's wife. She just gave birth this morning to a beautiful daughter, Melia. Salute, Melia. Salute, Melia. Salute, Melia. 2020. Wow, look at that. 220. Yo, play that number, Hawaiian Joe. 220-2020. And if you win something, don't forget about the cat, you heard? You heard me? Don't forget about the cat. But play that number, because that number is, yo, look at that. 0220-2020. Yo. I got you, Hawaiian Joe. Give my regards to the wife, man. That's what's up, man. Facts, Hawaiian Joe. I'm telling you, that number, look at that number. That number alone is telling you, it's like, yo, play me. I would play it. Either way, it's still an ill number to have. That would be a tattoo on my body somewhere. Yo, 10. How many pounds, Hawaiian Joe, if you don't mind me asking? How many pounds was she? She's right here. She's glowing. That's what's up. Billy to the murder. What's poppin'? Let's talk about it. Got a baby Spartan in the building. Right, Hawaiian Joe? See, I peeped it right away. When I saw the number, I'm like, hold up. Time out. Oh, word? 0220-2020. What? Gotta play that. Yo, punch that like button on your way in. You already know how we do. Hey, yo, let's talk about it. I was trying to get, hold up. Let me see something. Yo, if anybody want to come in the chat, I'm going to stay on for another 20 more minutes. She came 3 weeks early, 6 pounds, 5 ounces. Oh, okay. Okay, God bless her, bro. God bless her. That's what's up. Red krill oil and that omega 369. Yep. That's what I be drinking. You heard, Vincent? Yeah, I drink those. And I buy the chewable ones too. I drink those. Fish oil is important. A lot of people don't. That's why I like to eat a lot of fish, to be honest with you. I try to be very sparingly with the red meat. And I'm kind of cutting down on the red meat, period. And I want to stick to vegetables and fish. Oh, Mo Dog. Salute, Mo Dog. Salute, Billy Love, bro. Facts, bro. That's right, Hawaiian Joe, second generation Spartan in the building. Yo, what up?
What up, Brody?
What you up to?
Hey, man, just, relaxing, rolacking, doing the shit that we like to do. You know what I'm saying? They said Hassan on my body. I want to give a shout out to Hassan and the Frank stand. You know what I'm saying? Straight Frank stand, Hassan. Frank stand open. But yeah, what's good, Cat? What you doing, bro?
Not, man, I was just kicking it with the peoples, because today, I was basically letting them know about Nat Turner and about the messages that were said in the during the Attica riot, right? In the books, we read a lot about the Attica riot in the books, but I never seen the video until today. And when I was looking at the video today, I saw what the dudes were saying when they got their chance to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I saw what they were saying, like you had the African Americans, they was talking about the whites, but bigging them up, I mean.
Yeah.
And then you had the whites was talking about the African American, they was bigging them up. And you had others who was talking about the Latins, and they weren't even bigging each other themselves up. They were bigging up the next man to show that their unification was really real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when the dude came on there, he was on there with the afro. He was like, "Yeah, man, I love my fellow white man. I love my fellow people. This is a struggle that we've been going through." And I'm listening to what he was saying. So as I was saying, as he was saying this, I'm saying to myself, I wanted to put it on earlier.
Yeah.
But I was having problems finagling the way to put it on the so me and you gonna go through it tomorrow.
Gotcha.
We're gonna get it right because I want to make sure that this time it doesn't happen again.
I got you.
I mean, don't get me wrong, if it wasn't for you, mainly you, and some of the people in the chat that knows about this stuff, I wouldn't be so far where I'm at now.
We gonna get that shit done tomorrow. We gonna get it done.
Because I ain't gonna lie, knowledge is infinite. I get it from everywhere, and that's why I like to thank the people in the chat. You know what I'm saying, that they be knowing things. And Iraq is my brother for real. Iraq is like because I guess he was looking at my face. He's like, "You can't get it tight right now." But I'm over here. I'm trying. When I put it on, all I kept hearing was an echo, a double joint. So every time I'm talking, and if I say yo, it'll be like yo.
You know what it is? You probably got your YouTube page open. You got to close down all the channels that just have StreamYard open only.
That's probably
what
what
it
was.
Too. Yeah, that's what it is. You got to close down or everything up there. Just have the StreamYard open. That's it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a work in progress.
We will do it tomorrow. Yeah, facts. We do it tomorrow.
It's a work in progress. You know what I mean? Remember the first time I did the joint?
Oh shit,
I did it with the green screen, green screen.
Nigga wrapped up in the green screen. Hey, yo, we was on that shit for like 4 hours fucking with you, man.
Yeah, because we tried to do the other one, it didn't work.
Yeah, the other one, the OBS joint won't work.
Because it wasn't compatible, I guess, with the Microsoft, which is crazy.
Nah, it wasn't, something went low, right? But the StreamYard is better anyway.
It's more easier. And I noticed that other people are using StreamYard also.
Yeah,
Shout out to Jimmy Jams.
We trendsetters. Come on,
I saw Jimmy Jams using it the other day. I went on his joint. I went on Jimmy Jams' joint the other day.
Yeah, I was on that shit the night of the MMA fight.
The MMA fight, yeah.
Hey, yo, I might be streaming that Wilder fight on my channel, so pull up so you can watch that shit. I'm gonna send you the link.
Oh yeah, you gotta say I'm gonna watch that fight.
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna stream it, so I'm gonna send you the link so you'll be able to watch it with us.
I just gotta see. You know what I don't like? Like it ain't nowadays like it was before, where you see these people while they training and all that.
Nah, they still be doing a 24-hour joint. Yeah, they still be doing the joint, the 24-hour shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
The train and all
but
that shit.
before, let's say for example, they would show you how Mike Tyson was used to be running through the woods and how he looked so like you can tell by their training regime that they were serious. And you would look at these things and
nigga, AO cat, them niggas didn't change, my nigga. Them niggas upgraded. Them niggas don't do nothing but eat. Them niggas is those are knockout. I ain't gonna lie to you though. Wilder's a motherfucker though. He gonna whip some ass, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, cause that dude type impressed me, bro.
Who Fury? What's his name?
Tyson Fury.
Come on, man.
Yo, bro, listen to me. I'm telling you, that dude impressed me. I'm gonna tell you why he impressed me. For a big dude that he is, son got a jab. And Fury also has a jab, but Fury has a jab that's more of a combo type of jab. He don't have the snap. I didn't see the snap type of jab in Tyson the other dude, Wilder.
Yeah,
I didn't see this. He don't got the snap type of jab. He got that jab that he get in there, bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, that bro shit.
The other dude, Fury had the snap type of. He had a snapping jab. For his size, you know, the only other person I seen that had a jab like that for their size was Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, he had a bad jab too. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you though, he beat the shit out of him the first fight, man.
Who?
Wilder. Wilder beat the shit out of him.
I don't know, man. Because I was watching that fight the other day,
he dropped him like what, two, 3 times.
He did. But so was coming back up.
And son was hitting him though.
And still was catching him with combos. The jab, listen, a lot of people don't know the significance of the jab. And
that jab is set up.
And Fury, what saved Fury from a TKO in that fight was the jab.
Yeah, he kept playing though. See, you gotta stop playing. But that jab is a setup. That jab is real.
That jab is real.
Jab
bro.
is what works everything.
Yo, I was bugging out because I was like, damn, this dude look big, hulky type of dude. You know what I mean?
Arms.
Yeah, but his arms was long and he was on it.
Nah, he was throwing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. He hit him a few times where it backed him up off him.
Yeah, look, J.E. Moneybag said he outboxed Wilder the whole fight.
Shit. So why that man hit the floor like 3 times?
Because he got caught with punches. Look, that's the same way, like, for example, Pernell Whitaker. When Pernell Whitaker fought with Oscar De La Hoya, Pernell Whitaker should have won that fight because when Pernell Whitaker really didn't fall on his butt.
Yeah,
he fell down and his gloves touched, and they called it a knockdown.
Yeah,
but he ain't really put him down like that. You see what I'm saying? That's what bugged me out.
This nigga put Fury on his ass.
No, I seen it, but he came right back up like he just slipped. He came right back up, and he was coming.
We watching that. That's tomorrow night.
That's gonna be. What is it?
Tomorrow night.
It's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on.
I'm gonna send you the link.
Oh, I'm on.
See the link. Yeah, we over there. Come to the channel and watch that shit.
I'm on like P&J on whole week, yo.
Yeah, facts. We there. Hell yeah, that's gonna be a goodie.
Yeah, I gotta see that. Oh, nah, J.E. Moneybag said it's Saturday.
Matter of fact, he right. I'm bugging. I thought today was fucking Friday.
Yeah, right. KO said the same thing.
Nah, it is. It's Saturday. They right.
I'm about to say, yo, they used to have this thing called Friday Night Fights, but they don't. I don't think they.
I remember those shits, man. But nah, I was bugging. I thought today was Friday. Hell no, they right. It's Saturday, the 22nd.
Nah, actually, it is Friday.
Come on, y'all fucking with my head, man. hey yo, Mo Dog, they fucking with me.
Hey yo, but it is Friday though, bro.
It is. So it is tomorrow. Yo, J Moneybags, stop fucking with me, Moneybags.
Well, yeah, it is tomorrow.
It's Saturday.
After this
technically, I was right. Hey, yo, Moneybags, stop fucking with me, man.
But remember, it's after this day is up. Yeah.
Hey yo, Lord Jesus, what a night.
Hey yo, Iraq said Friday night fights, then Tuesday night fights. What happened, man? What happened? What was going on? I was on live, so I didn't.
I mean, you know, I addressed the shit with CK. I mean, I talked to him. My phone died on him, but I addressed the shit with CK and shit. You know, He went and did about a 2-hour live about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he tried to make me famous and shit. I ain't want him to make me famous though. You know? So I'm like, at the end of the day, like I told him, just watch what you say about Pete. He like, yo, Wildcat probably did an interview with Jack. And I said, this ain't about Wildcat. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about Wildcat, man. You know what I mean? Just keep Pete, just chill. He said that shit ain't happened, so whatever. But just keep Pete name out your mouth. Don't disrespect mine. I ain't disrespecting yours. That's all.
He said, did an interview about what?
Yeah, he did I told him I heard about an interview that he did about Pete. You know what I'm saying? He told me it wasn't true. I said, whatever. But I heard about it. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Oh, I thought you said he said I did it.
Yeah, he said you did an interview, some type of interview. I don't know. But I was like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I did it.
Do with you.
You know, I did it. I did one and I spoke about Pete because that's my son.
I know about that one, but this ain't about you.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Ain't about you. When we talking about something, don't throw other people in it. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't that type of nigga. That shit ain't got nothing to do with you.
Got you.
Just watch what you say about mine. I don't disrespect yours. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We
fair.
all grown, man. Yeah, don't throw niggas in it. They ain't got nobody got nothing to do with it. It's me and you. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, reach out to me. Nigga did a 2-hour live. Feel like about me, man. I feel like a man right now. I feel like the man when I walk through. I said I got the big homie CK talking about me for 2 hours with his fucked up ass teeth. Not me.
Crazy.
Not me. I got my nigga mouth talking about me for 2 hours. I feel like the man. I said my nigga mouth is on this shit. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, I ain't gonna fuck with that nigga though. Just keep my big homie out your mouth. That's all. Hey yo, and that nigga Hassan.
Salute, Pistol Pete, man. Love you, Pistol
Big
Pete.
facts. Big facts. But yeah, now you know we all positive, man. He said you went in. Let's talk about it. Iraq. Nah, Iraq, man. I was feeling some type of way, man. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Pete, salute that man. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Pete, you salute that man. You talk about Cat, you salute that man. You know what I'm saying? My big bro. You know what I'm saying? Mo Dog in the crowd, nigga. When you see real big homies, you salute them, man. You don't talk down on them. You know
I saw Mo Dog was in there too, you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in there. I saw him earlier. I saw him. I was like, yo, hold up. And then I see the name. And I was like, yeah, that's Mo Dog right there.
Yeah.
I'm bugging because I'm like, yo, that's fool. I ain't heard from Mo Dog in a minute.
I be trying to tell niggas the line deep, man. Like it's a different type of line. Chill, man. Keep the peace. No oppression. Stop oppressing your people. Stop oppressing your people. We don't care about your gold chains. We don't care about you eating lamb and lobster and shrimp. You got niggas that's really eating oodles and noodles like you calling it out to be. I'm not, but it is niggas in here that's eating that, and I've ate it before. So stop belittling people. Stop being an oppressor, man. We don't give a fuck about your money. Be a real big homie, nigga. Share some wisdom like the Lord Library. You know what I'm saying? Share the wisdom like that. The greatest hits, nigga. Shit that'll keep you away from that shit. Don't take in what I did. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Give back to the community. You're not giving shit. An OSHA class and a vest? For what? That shit don't mean nothing to me. I might not even use it later. Give me something I can trade in. Give me some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Give me some wisdom, man. But niggas is so selfish. They all caught up in themselves. They think a gold chain in a pocket full of money mean everything. That shit don't mean nothing. We done had it before. Could go get it right now if I want it. It just showed me how little your brain is. What happened to the brotherly love overriding the pressure of destruction? What happened to that? You got niggas that look up to you. Not me. I don't look up to him. But he got niggas that look up to him. Be a role model. You want niggas to be like that? That's more confusion. Be a role model, nigga. You say you're a big homie, be one. And that's just how I feel about it, period. You get up here, you enlighten these people. Law Library open, you know what I'm saying? You give them niggas wisdom. When you listen to a Cat segment, this shit is dope. Ain't no beefing, ain't no bickering, ain't no real bullshit. Once in a while, nigga gotta get slapped, put in his place. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? WAP season really chilling. You know what I'm saying? Niggas learning something. At the end of the day, all that other shit, man, fuck that shit. Just gotta stay positive, cat, man. Keep doing what you're doing. The haters always gonna hate you, man.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that. I got 400 subscribers, and a nigga talked about me for 2 hours. Come on, man. I'm not even monetized yet.
But y'all kicked it. Y'all talked on the phone and all that.
I mean, we did, but we ain't get to no conclusion. Because if you're not agreeing with what I agree with, then it's nothing. All I agree with is don't mention my big homie out your mouth. That's it. I don't care what you do, though. You could do whatever you want to do in the world. Blow it up. I don't care. Just leave mine out your mouth, man. Let's stay in our lane. I'm in my lane, you in your lane. I don't want your clout. The type of crowd you got, I don't want in my channel anyway, so I'm not looking for your clout. I'm not doing this for clout. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in your lane. I stay in my lane. They say get a Pee Wee League football or basketball team. CK cool at times, but he a bozo. I mean, he get that stupid juice in his system. Ain't no telling what he might say. You know what I'm saying? CK might be a good dude.
I tried calling him earlier, man, but he was so under the influence, man.
He was so emotional and drunk that he didn't know how to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. It's okay though. Niggas get emotional sometimes, just not niggas like us. You got different caliber emotional niggas. You got this nigga right here that want to just be a drunk nigga and cry about fuck shit. Pop Smoke was never gonna be your artist. Pistol Pete ain't never been a bitch nigga. And nigga, you need to just stop lying. BCK. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But at the end of the day, I don't want to badmouth him because he's still family at the end of the day. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's still a homie. He's still a homie. COK till he drink it. Yeah. CK is a real good nigga till he drank. I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to discredit nobody. I'm not here to talk bad about nobody, man. I just want everybody to see eye to eye. There's enough money for everybody. Let's stop hating on each other. Well, I'm not hating on you, but stop hating on each other, man. There's enough money for everybody. If a nigga don't want to help each other, get the fuck out of here. That's it. Take your basketball, go home. Oh shit. Yo, Uncle Ken here. Yo, you got Uncle Ken here. So, see?
I'm supposed to talk about Uncle Ken now. But it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, yeah, they came through. What's poppin', y'all?
Oh shit.
In the chat, today, man. You know, I was talking about
Hey, okay, your auto spooky. Your auto good doing some crazy shit.
Huh?
Yeah, your mic sound crazy. Nigga, yeah, your mic.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happens is that I don't be over here that too close. But church, alcohol is the magic of removing your spirit from your body and allowing gin to take over the body. Man. Hey, yo, you know, I remember hearing that too. Somebody else had told me that.
Yeah, I heard it before. They say you sound like Bloomberg.
Hey, yo, Billy Gordon.
Yeah, facts.
Shooting. He over here shooting, y'all.
What Billy said?
he said sound like Michael
Bloomberg. Sound like
Bloomberg.
Oh, that was Billy said that shit.
The speaker, yeah.
That nigga Billy be rapping up in the green screen. That's my nigga right there. Billy, my nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, Church Ave Dan. I be messing with Church Ave Dan.
Church Ave Dan. Yeah, you got a dope ass chat. These niggas cool over here.
Church Ave Dan sent me something. Hold on, what was it? He sent me something the other day, yo. Church Ave Dan be having mad knowledge. I'll be messing with him. Because he said
you got a smart ass motherfucking chat. They trying to kick knowledge. These niggas be trying to kick knowledge me.
Huh?
I said you got a smart ass chat. These niggas be over here trying to kick knowledge and shit. Trying to prosper and all that. Ain't no prospering.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. My chat, my chat got a lot of intelligent dudes on my chat.
Facts,
bro.
man. That's a good thing, man.
because the stuff that they be telling me, I go when I research it. You know me, I love to research.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now, I'm working on 2 cases right now. I got a Department of Labor case I'm working on, and I'm doing a claim for someone. Oh man, look, I'm so tied up. I gotta do the Department of Labor joint. I gotta do the claim, and I gotta do a divorce motion for somebody
That's dope.
that I haven't even started that joint yet. I gotta do that one. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow morning. Cause I gotta go to the library. You know a lot of people take that for granted. Um you see how you can just go to the law library and get the divorce motion and all that. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
fill it out, send it in.
Yeah,
Out
fact.
here,
You gotta go through hell.
yo, out here you gotta get the link. Go click the link. When you click the link is gonna take you to another link. You gotta watch out. You gotta make sure that the link don't say add. Yo, it's crazy. Then from there you gotta go. Then you gotta download them. Then you gotta copy them. It's crazy the way they make things so difficult.
Hell
Bro.
yeah. Hell, you got printed up, all type of shit.
And then you gotta make sure it's up to date.
And you can't make a mistake on the writing.
No.
Oh,
And you
do it
gotta
all
make
over.
sure it's up to date.
And you're gonna pay for it.
Oh yes, yes. There is no
Yeah.
porpoise. You
Thanks.
can't run that informal porpoise out here in the town.
Nah, they ain't with it.
I mean, I think you can, but they don't take. You know what they might do? They might bring down the wage that you gotta pay, but you gonna pay something out here. You're
Yeah,
not gonna get the informal purpose just like that. So I ain't gonna lie, Cat, you gotta start gambling. I just won 3,600 tonight on sports.
oh,
Hussein, you know what's crazy? You saying that, right? And when I was in the box and I used to be playing the football tickets.
oh shit.
I'll never forget when the Rams won the Super Bowl, yo. I killed it. I had so much stamps in my cell. I could have stamped myself to the wall. Yo, I had crazy stamps in my cell. That was from playing them tickets. And then I stopped playing them. Then, I was in the Heights chilling with my mans. And my man comes back with a ticket. And I said, yo, what's that? He said, yo, I just put $20 on this. And I said, yo, let me see that. I said, yo, this is what we used to do in the box, yo. The same ticket, yo, that shit had me rolling. I was ready to play too, but I said, you know what? Let me not start nothing until I'm ready to play and I'm financially straight to be playing it.
Hell yeah, that's the shit. The motherfucking tickets, man.
Church app dance to stay away from gambling. I've seen too many guys lose everything, including their family.
Facts. I seen niggas lose eyeballs, half of arms. Niggas got their face cut off. All types.
That gambling. You don't remember what was it? It was earlier this year or last year when they shot up the gambling spot in Brooklyn.
Damn.
Yeah, they shot up the gambling like 6 people, four people I think died in there.
Tennessee, man. This nigga Tennessee an asshole. He said, I just got some trim. LOL. I'm prospering. Nah, nigga, you ain't.
Hey, Kenny, man, you got this is unrated over here.
That nigga unrated.
We gotta keep it clean, man. You too. I'm trying to follow the rules, man.
Got to.
That's a fact, Billy Gordo. We love you too, bro. Kids getting hit on. But yo, listen, me, I gotta get up out of here, man, because as you see, I got mad work I gotta do in the morning now.
Yeah, copy. Hit me up in the morning, man. We do that.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. And we kick it too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
Yo, thank you for
coming, Billy, man.
Billy to the murder. Thank you for coming through, bro.
Always.
Appreciate you. To everybody in the chat, man. Yo, great kicking it with y'all. Man, tonight was a good session, man. I was happy to stay up with y'all. You know what I mean? I thank y'all because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we might get 1 or 2 in here. They're just going to come through just to James S. Salute, bro. CRE, salute, see? We just gonna have people that sometimes they're gonna come in here, they're gonna throw a bomb, then they're gonna throw the bomb over here, go over there, throw a bomb over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really got my channel for that. My channel's is so we can educate ourselves, kick it with each other. If I can help somebody, I hope that I can do it in the right way. And y'all can help me too, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're here for. This is the people's channel, you know what I'm saying? And with that, I'll leave everybody with have a good night. Today is Friday, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that later on, as the night comes in, you know what I'm saying, everybody stay blessed, stay aware, you know what I'm saying? Try to avoid more than you can get yourself into. Okay, Peter Lopez, I appreciate that. Send him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hawaiian Joe. You know what I'm saying? He had a baby girl. You know what I'm saying? God bless her. God bless your family, bro. You know what I'm saying? And let's uplift each other, man. Tony Colombo. I bet, Tony Colombo. I'm going with my Lakers now. But you know, this is a people's channel, man. Let us always uplift each other, not bring each other down. Let us always find a way to make ourselves more important to resolute in the struggle. Let's not make excuses. Let's make up solutions. And those solutions that we make up, let's be behind them full-fledged. Let's show them that we can do it. Because at the end of the day, all we got is us, yo. Straight up. And I'm gonna leave y'all with my new joint. But this is the instrumental to it. This is the instrumental to it right here. The name of this song is I'm at the party in a Bentley.
Here at Crunch, working out is more than just working out. It's an experience that can only be described as feeling